Canadians need to be assured that they are safe in their homes and communities. That is a direct quote from the November 2008 throne speech, and as such, it is obviously a core belief of the Government of Canada. Equally, protecting Canadians and their communities is the mandate of the Canadian Fire Services. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, firefighters address that mandate head-on. Some of them are putting their lives at risk fighting fires. Others are responding to highway accidents or to serious health emergencies. Still others could be taking control of a hazardous material spill or mitigating the impact of a local natural emergency such as a flood or windstorm. Firefighters know their rapid and professional response could make the difference between life and death. A choking baby, a senior trapped in a burning building, a bleeding accident victim. When the cry for help comes, firefighters are almost invariably the first emergency responders on the scene. That scene can be virtually anywhere. In a high-rise condominium or a barn, at an airport or on water, inside an industrial complex, in a forest. The list is endless. The Canadian Association of Fire Chiefs has members from municipalities of all sizes, including many First Nations communities, airports, universities, hospitals, industry, and so on. In short, CAFC is the voice of the fire services in Canada.
I guess it's not everybody that's willing to risk their lives to put out a fire, to go into a burning house. So you need to be willing to maybe pay the price, but volunteer firefighters will do their job to make sure the community is a safe place to live in.
Of Canada's 108,000 firefighters, 78% are volunteers. These men and women leave their workplaces, push away from the dinner table, or stumble out of bed at midnight to answer the cry for help. Most volunteers receive no compensation, despite the fact that they are risking serious injury or even death to help friends and neighbors. When volunteer and full-time firefighters alike respond to emergencies, they face increasingly complex and dangerous conditions. A prime example is the widespread use of building materials and household furnishings that do not perform well in fires. Main beams and trusses in new housing now regularly fail, resulting in the collapse of floors and roofs. Carpets no longer burn, they actually boil. Ensuring that every Canadian firefighter has the training and equipment needed to address such risks is imperative. For many reasons, recruiting and retaining volunteer firefighters has become a serious problem in smaller communities. Just imagine, for example, the hardship that high fuel prices have on volunteers who pay out of their own pockets for the gasoline needed for them to respond to emergencies or even to attend their training sessions. The prospects that towns and villages anywhere in Canada will be underprotected as volunteer fire departments become gradually less able to attract and keep firefighters is frightening. A diminished capacity to protect the citizens and businesses of these communities runs totally contrary to the throne speech assertion that Canadians need to be assured that they are safe in their homes and communities. So now you have a good idea of how firefighters protect Canadians and their communities. But there is much more to be done. On behalf of the 108,000 men and women of the Canadian Fire Services, CAFC is urging every member of Parliament and every federal public servant to become our true partners. Just imagine the impact on all Canadians if the next 12 months saw our partnership achieve these 4 important breakthroughs. Put in place a capacity to produce fire-related statistics in a uniform and timely manner. Require that every new residence in Canada be protected with automatic sprinklers. Provide personal income tax relief to volunteer firefighters as a means of addressing recruitment and retention problems.
Thanks, boys.
Ladder 13, go ahead.
And ensure full radio interoperability so that the fire, police, and emergency medical services could communicate with one another. Working together, we can do so much to protect Canadians and their communities.